Hey guys, I am back with another rake video, and today we'll be replacing the tines. So I picked this John up for a deal, and even after replacing all these tines, I still feel like it's going to be a good deal. But when I counted it out, it was missing, I think 25 is what it was. So I got a whole box full of them here, and we're going to go to replacing all the tines. It's missing some of the retainers as well, but I have that, all the hardware, everything. So let's get to work. Kind of sucks too. I wanted to maybe cut hay today, but unfortunately it's just going to be a light drizzle just taunting me, so away she goes. So yeah, this rake is pretty old. In fact, a lot of the nuts still actually have a square drive on them and whatnot, but it'll just be a whole mixed hodgepodge. These are just New Holland tines. I brought one of these tines with me. This is, like I said, a Minnesota number 5 rake, and it looks like they shared the same design as New Holland or whatnot. So let's get all 25 or 20 or whatever, how many is on here. So I figured I'd show you guys how these work. So this is the original hold down, and then here's of course one of our original tines actually. But essentially what you do is you have your hook here, and this hook you slide in up here. There's a hole on the bottom. You slide it in, you push it in like that, and then you see how it's like that. Then you run your bolt through, and you see there's a square drive here too, and that's what holds the carriage bolt in place. I've hated carriage bolts my whole life. I've never had a use for them. Now I love them. Anyways, that slides on in like such. And then this bolts onto the bar, and then you put your nut, your lock washer, then your nut on, and then when that's nice and tight, it will hold this tine nice and tight against the bar. Alright, sorry about that terrible demonstration, but now I will show you actually on the rake here. So you see how this bolt's going through and it's tightened down, and yeah, that just gets pinched right in between there. Really simple design. Now that actual metal one, it works the same way. However, they do not have a slot on them. They do, but it's not actually cut through, it's just bent. So yeah, it's just the same dealio, just basically pinches these twines up on here. And of course over time these twines break off because, you know, everything wears, and when these are spinning at Mach Jesus, it's going to make sense how they fall apart. But anyways, cue the time lapse of me putting this together. I hope I don't get copyrighted. Well, we're already one in and we're already having issues. So this is just kind of spinning in its square drive that it has because it's been like this for a long time. And I tried hammering it in and turning it, and it's not doing much work. However, when in doubt, vice grip it out. Anything has a torsion breaking point. So we're going to put this on here, clamp it on, and I'm going to try and twist that. And either this is going to twist off and break, or it'll actually back off. Either way, we got new hardware. And I'll actually go into what hardware I got here too. So here are all the parts. These are actually the tine hold downs too that I bought. Here's the part number for you. But here's the actual carriage bolt, the nut, and the lock washer. These are 9/16 in size, and you buy them by the pound. They're pretty cheap. And the cool thing about the springs too, these were like $2.50 a piece, and I bought this rake for a steal. So basically I paid half of its value in just these for what I bought it for. But yeah, and these are made in Chicago, I believe too. So correct me if I'm wrong, but American made company. I can't remember the exact name of it. Drop in the comments below if you know it's spring something. But anyways, let's get back to work. What I say, everything has a torsion point, and this one just got torsioned. There we go. Frag out. Figured I'd demonstrate how these go on too. Very simple. Just set it like that. Then slide your carriage bolt right on through. And it's a square drive, so you make sure it falls in there right. And then you just put her on in. Comes on through, and you tighten her down. And boom, Bob's your uncle. And of course, with it being a carriage bolt, you don't have to hold the other side. Holds for you. There it is right there. Nice and tight. Man, these are kind of a pain to get off, but there's worse things in life. How did I not notice that? That's another rusty bolt I got to take off. Oh well. I'm definitely going to have to run back to the store and buy more of these though. I got just the right amount that I needed for when I started this, and I've already needed a lot more now. Well guys, I need to get more of these hold down clamps. I'm probably going to get more, like 20 more from the store, because I'm having to use a lot more than I thought. But once we get them all on, this hay rake is going to be mint. But we still have a lot more tines to go in here. I think we probably went through about half of them, so that's pretty awesome. So we'll do that, and also I got to pick up the couch because we ordered a couch and it just arrived. Drop in the comments below if you knew what these, like how these tie downs were, or are these the original ones, or like what they're from, because this is definitely a different design where it kind of clamped up on the bottom, and I really don't know how it held the actual teeth, because none of them have the teeth on it, and that one's loose too. Oh yeah, snap bolt. So drop below if you know how these guys worked or what their name is. There's actually a little rubber mat in there too. But time to go pick up parts and a couch. That's better. Oh guys, I was this close to cutting hay today, but there's just a cell that is just gonna lick us a tiny bit, I think. But I've never pulled the hay bind behind this, so I'm gonna feel that out quick, get a little bonus hay bind footage. Go check out our field. I gotta fix that. I set the linkages and everything right, but she still grinds. You can see in the video, that's the edge of the frickin' cell. And my hay's right there. That's life, man. Here's my test cuts. Just did a little mini windrow right in front of my property, and it turned out fine. But I am no genius, so let's hop off the tractor and take a closer look. The footage really wasn't impressive. I'm gonna have a separate hay binding video, so that's why I didn't record it. How does that look to you guys that are experienced? Doesn't really look like the stalks are crimped that much, but what do I know? But hey, I'm just happy to have something that works. I guess it crimped the end of that guy a little bit. But again, what do I know? And this is just grass, and I know there's really not much science to it, but oh, what can I say? I'm just having fun. Anyways, let's get back to that hay rake. Sorry guys, I'm shooting this at night, but it actually makes it a lot easier to see all the tines I replaced. So, in total, I replaced like 25. I have a few extras in the box. I'm not gonna have a video of it running in this video, but I should soon, maybe. I don't know. When I cut hay today, it was pretty uneven, so we might need the rake. Unfortunately, the dog clutch is still seized in the locked position, so drop in the comments below if you guys have any tips on how to fix that. But it is what it is. It's fine. But yeah, here we are. Hayrake all fixed up and ready for battle. I look forward to it. Anyways, guys, thank you for watching the video. Please drop a like if you like this. Please comment if you like this and want to see more. And please subscribe. You all have a good one and good night.